Hi everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Love and Light. And your special guest today is Stephanie Johnston, founder of the Goddess Gatherings. And she's going to take a minute to share it out to her people. And while I do that, I'll explain what the Love and Light show is for anyone who's new to it. So the Love and Light show is intended to spread more love and happiness and joy into this world, because I love the quote, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." And I know that we are the only ones who can be the change in our own lives, with the people that we love, in our communities, in our families, in the different business worlds that we're in. And by showing up as our best selves, we're able to affect positive change for other people. And I'll acknowledge the people who are coming in and joining us live. So hi Amelia, hi Angie, and hi Julie and Whitley. I'm a little bit further away from the computer than I typically am. We're going to get a nice setup for 2018. I'm in my brand new office space, so there's a teeny bit of an echo, but we'll get stuff in here we just painted last night and a little bit more. Yes, so I'm super excited for 2018, and I hope you guys are too. So what you guys are going to learn today is how to create some goals with soul, because unfortunately, New Year's resolutions don't work. According to a lot of statistics, only 8% of people actually complete their New Year's resolutions. So that's really low, and I want to help empower you to ensure that you reach your goals on a regular basis. And we'll talk about some different ways that we do it to ensure that you can have a new way of doing things, of intention setting, of goal setting, so you can actually achieve the life of your dreams, the one that you really, truly deserve. So excited. Congrats on the new office, girl. Thank you, Whitley. Thanks for everyone joining live. Hi, Nora. Hi, Lucille. More people are joining, and then I can't see because I'll have to scroll. Hi, Kara. So I'll introduce Stephanie in a minute, and she is so amazing. So you guys have a great episode coming in. We're going to do an awesome experience as well, so you can really feel into your goals, really feel into the intentions and the goals that you want to create for 2018. And I'll introduce you to me as well in case anyone's new to me. And I'm Laura McPhee, so I'm a happiness coach and healer, and I love to empower women to live their dream happy lives. So I specialize in helping people pleasers and perfectionists, workaholics let go of all their stress, worry, and overwhelm, all that junk that's holding them back, so they can move forward to their dream happy lives where they're happy and healthy and fulfilled and live up in their lives. So Stephanie is the inspiration and founder of the Goddess Gatherings. So she hosts retreats, which are amazing. I went to one last year, just a couple months ago, and it was so restorative and amazing. Like from the start to the finish, everything was perfect. And we're friends, so I would have told her if anything was like something we could critique or make better. She had a full sensory experience that was incredible. Like I took a whole weekend off for this. I did her full day. I didn't look at my phone. I just enjoyed it, and I was so grateful for that experience and to have that amount of rejuvenation time for myself, because I'm all about self-care, and I encourage everyone to go to her page to find out when the next retreat is, and I'm sure she'll talk a bit about the retreats as well, so that you can get a full day for yourself, to have that full sensory experience. Like she had essential oils, she had nice candles, we had this very nice rain on the day, so like the tin roof and the yurt was just gorgeous. We did healthy, high-vibe food. It was amazing, and I'm like an ex-fussy eater, so like it's really, really delicious high-vibe food. We did dancing and all kinds of exercises. There was thermotherapy for anyone who's not familiar. That's really beneficial for your body. So it's when you go from hot to cold. So there's lots of cool things around the spa element that's involved with that, and lots of really getting in touch with you, going inside, finding what you're really grateful for, what needs to shift and change in your life. And it was so amazing. And I encourage everyone to look into those. So Stephanie is amazing, and she's going to tell us your story in a minute. And I encourage you guys to really share this out and be that light in your world. To share it to any friends or family members who you feel like would really benefit from this, but you can just share more love and happiness into this world. Because unfortunately, a lot of social media especially can be negative and gossip and drama or anything like that. So we want to lift you up on this first day of 2018, and I encourage you guys to tag friends in the comments, to share it out to whoever you feel will benefit from it. And I'll welcome all the new people who are joining us. Hi Anya and Philip and Stuart and Michael. Hi Fawn and Ben and Ala. Thank you all for joining us live, and Stephanie's going to tell us about her.
Well, hi everybody, and had a really good New Year's Eve and that you're feeling really good about 2018. And basically, New Year's never used to be a really big deal for me. I've always kind of been a goal setter, but I didn't really follow through with the goals. It felt like my whole life was kind of like, well, most of the world, you know, you say you're going to start working out and eating healthy and all this, but it wasn't until I found intentional living that I actually really did shift my life. So now I love New Year's. In fact, last night, me and one of my friends, what we did for New Year's was we just sat down and thought of our intentions for 2018. And but the desire map is kind of one of the things that I bring into my retreats, and it's a methodology created by Danielle LaPorte. And anyways, it's just figuring about how you want to feel in every area of your life every day. And it's kind of like once you figure out how you want to feel and what's truly, truly important to you, it's a compass that makes decision making easy, and it makes sticking to your goals easy, because it just brings so much clarity. Like in a world where it's very overwhelming, you just have so much clarity. Like, I know what I need, so it's just so much easier. It's easier to say no to that New Year's Eve party. Like, years ago, I used to party all the time, and I remember coming home and just being like, feeling so like, this is not me. Like, I would rather be out in nature, spending New Year's Day, like enjoying the day, but instead I'm going out drinking and stuff like that. I mean, yes, we all drink sometimes, but I'm just saying, when you're clear on your intentions, those decisions are just so much easier. You can look back at your life and see that it was well spent. Yeah. It's not about being perfect. It's just about being true.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. And we had a comment. I don't know who that is. Anyway, get on the couch sale already. I trolled. Anyway, hi Cheryl, hi April. Thank you guys for joining us live. And I know that for you, New Year's Eve has been a big kind of milestone in your life. And I've had a similar experience as well. So do you want to share yours?
Sure. So last year, in the summertime, I had left Moncton, where I'm from, and I went out to Vancouver, BC. And it was actually my way of trying to get away from the job I had here, which was a job that has pension and all that, benefits and all that. So I just thought if I could get away for a year, it might satisfy me a little bit. And anyways, so I just had plans of working jobs that were a bit out of my comfort zone and like really expanding myself and just taking that year away to really blossom and bloom. But what happened was I got into the same cycle that I always get into. And it's literally working at the jobs that are in my comfort zone, and like they don't expand me, they don't make me feel good, they just make me feel disappointed in myself, because it's like, okay, I have so many wishes and wants, but instead I'm just doing something that is that I feel like I'm only good enough for. So I ended up working at this restaurant. And it was a chain that I had worked at in Moncton, New Brunswick as well. So it was kind of like, okay, I'm in a new city and I'm still working at that same chain restaurant, which is not even me. And on New Year's Eve, something came over me. I had no plans on leaving this job, but I walked out. It was like my soul made me do it, and I walked out. And as I walked out the door, it was a snowstorm, and I was like, what did I just do? It was a conflict with the manager, and I kind of overreacted, but I realized later it was my soul who made me move on. And I walked out the door, and the snowflakes were like really big, and it was almost like everything was in slow motion. Like, whoa, what did I do? I still have a mortgage to pay in New Brunswick. I have bills and all this. Anyways, so I ended up going home and just desire mapping a little bit and trying to find ways to make me feel a little bit better. And the next day, I was feeling a little better, and I went for coffee with my friend. And I noticed someone who had this agenda right here, which is the desire map agenda. So I've been a major fan of Danielle LaPorte and all of her products. This woman sitting at the coffee shop had this agenda, and I noticed. And before I left the coffee shop, I went up to her and my friend was interested in it, and I asked her where she got her agenda. And she told me that she worked for Danielle LaPorte. That's synchronicity to me.
Yes.
I had been contemplating being a desire map facilitator for like 3 years before that, but I didn't have any faith in myself that I could do it. So when she told me she was Danielle LaPorte's designer, I was like, what? Like, I was kind of like a fangirl. You design the truth bomb, the agenda, like white hot truth books, like seriously? And she's just like, yes, I do. And she said, what do you do? And I didn't have to say, oh, I'm a waitress. I said, oh, I'm in between. And I said, I have dreams of someday opening up my own retreat center for women and stuff like that. But those were all just crazy dreams. Like, I didn't ever think I could do such a thing. And anyways, so what this story is going to is, I thought by seeing her, I didn't clue into the Desire Map Facilitator program or hosting retreats. I thought by seeing her, that was my sign from the universe to go for jobs that were out of my comfort zone. So I have an interior design background, so I thought I'll do up some applications to go to like home staging companies in Vancouver and design companies, even though I felt like, oh, I'm this little New Brunswick girl in this beautiful place where everyone drives Mercedes and Lexus. I felt really small. Like, I'm not good enough to be an interior designer in Vancouver is what my little head told me. We all have our stories. Anyways, so I made the resume, I hit the pavement. I was going to the first place that was an ad hiring for a home stager, and I'm on Google Maps in a different area of the city, and I'm just kind of walking down the street with my phone, and I'm about to find my street as I'm watching the map, and I sense that someone's looking at me as they're coming my way, and I look up, and guess who it was, you guys? This is synchronicity. That was her again. I still didn't clue in that I was meant to be a facilitator, but I did probably about a few weeks after that, or a few months after that. I can't remember the exact dates. But I finally decided to do this facilitator program, and it has opened up so many doors for me. So even though my business is young, New Year's is a very significant time of year for me. Yes. So that was a long story, but it's like probably my favorite story in my life.
Yes, and it's so cool that she had these kind of synchronicities in that like moment where your soul was like, I'm not doing this, just doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
And just having your totally just went with it, and you were able to totally set a new intention for 2017, which was super awesome for you.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful that you did that first fair and that we met, and that we kind of joined forces, and that we're doing this kind of work for women and helping the world in a better way. So,
because we met this summer.
Yes, last summer at the Yoga Fest. So how would you say your retreats typically go for people who aren't familiar with the retreat setting and how that goes?
Okay, well, we meet at a venue 20 minutes outside of Moncton, and it's right onto the highway, so it's very easy to get to. And it's in a yurt. I'm sure many of you know what a yurt is. It's just so peaceful. It's got the canvas and the wood inside, and it's just almost like a womb. Like, it's super cozy. And we're just all women, and we sit around in pillows around in a circle. And as you walk in, like, the essential oils are going. We have our own goddess scent, designed by Tipsy Unicorn. She's amazing. She does personal scents, and she's a local Moncton boss babe who also just started her business this year. So check her out. So she designed my own signature scent called Sensual Goddess. So that's brewing in the diffuser.
So good.
We've got the salt lamps on, the candles. The women come in after having morning tea, signing your waivers and stuff like that. And then we start out with a beautiful poem, and then that just sets the tone. And we do a mixture of meditation, guided meditation, a little bit of dancing, like movement, some yoga, writing. It's a lot of writing. It's a lot like a writing retreat, where there's a little bit of sharing, but it's more a personal journey. Okay? And like in the afternoon, after we've had our lunch and everything, you have the white spa robes and you're in the spa just journaling and going to the sauna and stuff like that. So it's just a peaceful, peaceful day. It's pretty much my dream day. So it's the day that I was looking for, and I just kind of developed it. So my ideal client would be people like me.
Yes. I totally get that. And the whole day was just phenomenal. Like, I was buzzing afterwards, and I came home and told my boyfriend, I'm like, this is amazing, we did this, and like, my feelings are this, and this is how I want to be in my life.
Oh, good.
So core desired feelings are a big part of that. So that's how you guys can create your goals with soul. So you want to know how you're feeling. So do you want to talk a little bit about Danielle LaPorte and how you can create those goals and have those intentions for your life instead of just being like, here's a resolution that I might or might not keep?
Definitely. So Danielle LaPorte, she wrote this book. I have a copy here called The Desire Map.
It is so good, you guys. I highly recommend this as well.
Yeah, and it's so pretty. Like everything about her, like, and obviously the designer. You see why I was excited when I met the designer.
Yeah, definitely.
Everything's beautiful, but it's not just beautiful. It's one of those books that, like, really, I actually bought it first as an audiobook because my main job, I deliver mail. So when I felt like that wasn't really satisfying me, it was about 2 years ago that I had a subscription to Audible, and I just started doing a book a week or more. I would listen to a book as I walked. And that's how I found out about the Desire Map. It was just a suggestion on Audible. So I got that, listened to it, was moved by it, had to buy the book. Anyways, the premise of it is that we all have certain things that we need to feel really good. Like, one of mine is I really need to feel home. So my home needs to be my sanctuary. To some people, that's not the case. To me, that's something that I need. So I need to make sure, regardless of where I am, even if I'm traveling and I have to live in an apartment for 3 months, say, that would be fun, I'd still have to have it a certain way. So we all have our things. One of mine is connection. What's one of your things you need? Lit up. My friend Becky, who we were desire mapping last night, one of hers is she wants to feel magic. So how can she feel magic every day? So when you find your core desired feelings, when you wake up in the morning, you're basically like, okay, I know how I want to feel today, and how am I going to feel that way? So instead of checking goals off the list, you're being moved and empowered by a word. You're being propelled. It's a compass that just kind of like, when you feel you have a tough choice, you can really tune in and know what actually is important because you've done the work of doing the desire map. So when you come to a retreat, if it's a desire map retreat, which I do, you get one of these desire map workbooks. It's part of
very beautiful.
Yeah, very, very beautiful. It's part of the price. And so what we do is we do some soul membering warm-up questions. So I'll just read a random one. Okay. When I'm feeling strong, I tend to. So you just fill that out. Another one. My most regular waking thought. I stop being generous when. So they're just really like soul prompting questions that kind of warm you up like a yoga, like a stretch would before cardio, right? And then we get into what's working and what's not working in the 5 life areas. So we do some writing on that. And the 5 life areas that we cover is livelihood and lifestyle, which is your style, your home, your possessions, travel, fashion, resources, sustainability, that type of thing. So we have this that we fill out. So mine's filled out. And so in livelihood and lifestyle, what's working, what you're grateful for, and the reason why you're grateful. Because when you add that reason why, it gets the feeling, and that's really what it's all about, is feeling. And the feeling is what causes you to attract more. And that's very true. Feelings are magnetic. So in every life area, there's body and wellness, which is healing, fitness, food, rest, relaxation, mental health, sensuality, and movement. creativity and learning, artistic and self-expression, interests, education, and hobbies. So what you're grateful for and why, what's not working and why you're dissatisfied with it. Right. Relationships and society. So that has a few categories: romance, friendship, family, collaboration, community, and causes. Almost done here. Essence and spirituality, soul, inner self, truth, intuition, faith, and practices. So we filled out what's working, what's not working. Then we end up just free flowing how we want to feel. And through the day with all the meditations and all of the things we do, it's all infused to make you really know the answer by the time you leave. So you should walk away with at least 3 core desired feelings that you know you need to rule your day, to rule your life. Yes. And we are going to do a mini one eventually. Yes. But if you guys are interested, we kind of picked a topic, but if you are feeling like you want body and wellness or relationships and society, essence, spirituality, whatever you are feeling, we can do. So if anyone wants to
comment below what one seems to be calling you, what area of your life would really be resonating with you. And hi, Michelle and Christian and Felix for joining us live as well, and Kelly joined. Thank you all for joining us live. So I also really like this because you get so deep into yourself. You get that time to really reflect and know yourself so you can create those. So my 3 were being lit up and happy and fulfilled, so that I'm able to, when I'm creating goals, see, will that make me feel that way? Is it going to move me towards an outcome like that? Because I love throughout Danielle's book, it's like your intention is to feel good. If you're not feeling good on the journey, you're doing something wrong. Like, happiness isn't some destination that you have to arrive to. Your goals aren't going to all of a sudden fix your life and make you happy. You have to choose happiness in the present moment and find a way to really invigorate your life so you can be happy on a regular basis, so that the universe will totally support you and reward that by attracting it to you sooner. Like, I've had things happen in my life when I'm just feeling good and moving forward where it's better. Like, I couldn't have planned it that perfect. Like, the universe is way smarter than us. We have little human brains. Like, the universe can show up in huge ways for us. And I'm so grateful that I've been in that feeling and that I've just had a general attention, and that by letting go of the how and letting go of all the little nitty-gritty bits of it, the universe can come in and be open to helping you in a better way to make things happen way better than you could have ever imagined. So that's why kind of the resolutions hasn't really worked for a lot of people, I find, because they're just like, I need to do this, and they don't have that pull that brings them towards it. It's more of a push to get away from the pain. So there's 2 really ways that you can move towards your goals. You can have a push away from the negative, or be drawn and pulled to the positive. So sometimes a mix of both is good for people, but you want to have something that makes you feel good while you're doing it, because otherwise you're not going to want to do it for long. You're not going to do it 365 days a year if you feel like, I fucking hate this, but it's going to do my resolution, so I'm going to be one of those 8% who gets it done and hate it during the journey. I don't want that for anyone. That's not a way to be living. You want to be happy and filled and passionate and lit up and feel beautiful and at home and have all your core desired feelings as you're making your way along that journey. So I haven't done resolutions for over 7 years now, I think. I kind of did one where I just was like, I want to be the best version of myself about 7 years ago. And I'm like, that's my resolution. It's not this one thing. It doesn't have these action steps or this defined goal. It's not like a SMART goal. But that was just my intention. I felt really called to just being the best version of myself, which is just the best I can be in the moment, the best that I can be from the day before, just marking myself on my own benchstone and not comparing myself to someone who I feel is better or worse than, but I'm just doing it for me, with me, and my intentions. And that's kind of just been my intention throughout life. And in the morning, I set my intention to learn my lessons with ease, speed, grace, joy, and love, so that I can be very intentional in my life and ensure that I'm achieving those goals in a happy way, so that I enjoy the process and I'm invigorated along the journey. So I love doing it in a different way and creating goals with soul during our retreats. and we're going to get into this wonderful little exercise. So I hope you guys have decided which one you want to do it for, and Stephanie's going to lead us through this amazing little mini experience.
And before I do, can I just say one more thing?
Yes,
just
definitely.
Because I know myself and a lot of other people have had quite a week. I don't know if it was just recovering from Christmas or the cold, the lack of sun, but I know I found myself working really late into the night, out in the cold, because I still do deliver mail. And I literally was just crying. I'm sorry, I am a stable person, but I was really like, I just want the Goddess Gatherings to take off 100%. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be out till 8:30 p.m. delivering mail with tears stuck to my face, so cold. And I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm just being honest that I felt really low this week. And but the thing is, my core desired feelings still helped ease me through it. So it is a way of accessing comforting clarity in the painful times. So one of my core desired feelings right now is I need to really nurture and take care of myself. For so many years, I was a people pleaser. And I now know I need to take care of myself. So what I would do, I would come home from work at 8:30 p.m., literally take off my hat and my mitts and my wet boots and just say hi to whoever is in the house and literally just go upstairs, put the soup on the stove, go up, have a little bath, and bring my soup to my bedroom and just eat that in bed. Put on the Sage muscle melt cream, love my body for working for me, and like, sorry you had to do it. Just taking care of myself, self-nurturing. As hard as my day was, and I know many of you are probably going through much worse. I know there's people who've had breakups and losses in their families or health scares, many, many things that could be way worse than me. In fact, I had the thought as I was crying, delivering mail, that I have a house to go to. There's homeless people. Like, I'm not saying that I had anything to cry about. I'm just saying that I had one of those low days. And by still finding comfort and clarity in knowing that I need to listen to how I'm feeling, accept how I'm feeling, and find a way to make myself feel a little better, and knowing what I need to feel a little bit better. So that's my hope, that when you find your feelings, that you can just find a lot of comfort in your life. So
it helps to have that self-soothe.
Yeah.
So that you can just bring yourself out of it. And it's important to feel those feelings. Like, if you feel like crying and you're not crying because you need to hold it together and be strong. And I have a lot of clients who feel that way, and like, there's a fair percentage that come in and cry during the session because they've been so strong for so long and don't allow their bodies to cry and experience the emotions that they're feeling. So you just need to like get through.
That's right.
And emotions need to move. It's in there, emotion.
Yeah.
So it's good to let your body feel that, to take the time you need to feel it, to experience it, and let it out. So once you're at the cycle where you're repeating yourself again, that's when you can stop and do those self-care things. Like, you've let it run its course, you've said what you need to say, and now you're focusing on the self-care. You're loving yourself and you're filling yourself back up, and that prevents the downward spiral, so you can continue on your goals instead of just throwing your hands up, being like, it's too hard, it's rough, like, it's too much, I give up. Those things, to take care of yourself and really honor how you're feeling, is what is actually going to move you forward. So I love that you shared that. Thank you. Awesome. So now we're going to do our experience. We have little pretty things too.
Okay, yeah. So as we said earlier, I like everything to be pretty. So of course that comes into the Goddess Gathering retreat. That's just the way it is. We're not at the Yurt right now, but we're in her beautiful office. I don't know if she painted this for me. I love it.
I love it too.
It's really cute. But so we're just going to try at home while you're sitting at your desk to create a little bit of the sensuality that goes in with the Goddess Gatherings retreat. So get comfortable. If you have essential oils, maybe grab some essential oils. I brought mine. This one isn't my Tipsy Unicorn one. I should have brought that. Sorry, Kim, if you're watching. I like it way more than this one. But this one is also called Goddess. And so do you want to spray it for us? So we'll just do a little to get us feeling good. So yummy. And if you have a candle, you can light a candle.
Yes, and I have a new candle because I was totally inspired by her retreat to make my new space retreat-like and beautiful and amazing. Or maybe we'll combine these, then that'll be more in the light.
That's true.
Pretty nuts. So make an awesome ambience, an awesome atmosphere in your own house. And I encourage you guys to really take the time to do this. It feels amazing to really give yourself this time. So even if it's just 5 minutes in your day, take that 5 minutes for yourself and really fill yourself up. So I encourage you to stop what you're doing, to really focus in on yourself and just have this wonderful experience.
Yeah. And even if you have some binaural beats or something to play in the background, like put that on, just some soothing music. And I just want us to shut our eyes and just take a nice deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth. Do that a few times. Get into the stillness and how good it feels to just be quiet for a second. And as you think about your life, be proud of your mistakes. Your mistakes have made you learn those lessons. You know what you've been putting up with that you don't want anymore. And commit to getting more of what you do want. It's your life. It's your life. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. And I don't know if anyone has commented on what you'd like us to cover: body and wellness, essence and spirituality, livelihood and lifestyle, relationships and society, or creativity and learning. First one to type, if there's anyone. If not, we'll just go with what we chose.
Okay. And there are people live. So Anne, Karen, Ariel, Kevin, if you guys want to make it very tailored to yourself, I encourage you to put it in the comments. Otherwise, we'll do with whatever Stephanie feels called to. So if you want your own personal experience, let us know. Hi, Debbie, for joining online. We're doing an exercise to create how you want to feel. So if you want to put how you want to feel in what area, we'll do it for that. And in the meantime, get your guys' journals out, get a pen or paper ready so we can all do this experience together.
Good. And I don't think anyone has actually chosen a topic, so I guess we're going to do the one that we wanted to do.
Sounds good.
So Laura and I were thinking essence and spirituality would be a really good one, because we actually think that, harmonious relationship.
Awesome.
Okay.
You get what you want.
You get what you want. We almost went with the other one, but this is good. So we're going to do relationships. And because we don't have a lot of time, would you like relationships with your romance, with friendships, with work collaboration, with family? So everyone can kind of do your own thoughts on that. Okay? So whatever relationship we're going to focus on for this first round, I want you to take out your pen and your paper, and I want you to just free flow the answer to this. In my relationships, I crave. So just write, stream of consciousness. What do I crave in my relationships? And like I said, you can tailor it to a friendships or to lovers or to mothers, daughters, whatever, fathers, whatever you want. Work collaborations. So if you have a certain thing in mind, just write it out. Okay, so I'm just going to cut you off here. Usually we give you more time for writing, but we are on a Facebook Live.
Yeah.
So now in your relationships, so romance, friendship, family, collaboration, what is working? What are you grateful for? And why are you grateful? So just write as much as what you're grateful for and why. Always make sure to put the details of why and really feel the why. I'll give you a few little seconds to do that. So just write. And I'll pause you again. In relationships and society, what is not working? And you're dissatisfied with this because this one's a harder one to do. So unfortunately, we don't have all the warm-up juiciness that you get at the retreat, but this just gives you a little bit of an idea. Little taster. But it's easier at the retreat because we're really into it.
Definitely. We're supported with like our nice robes.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. But it's crucial to admit what's not working.
Yeah.
It's very crucial.
Oh, do we have some questions?
It's hard to keep up when I'm writing and listening.
And you repeat the 3 things to write about.
Okay, sure.
So the first one was relationships and craving.
Yeah.
What you'd really crave. You can take over because I'm like, I just got formed.
So this is for Ariel. We're just answering your comment. She said that she can't keep up with the writing and what we're talking about, so she wanted us to recap the 3 things. So the first question I had you guys do is I crave. In relationships and society, just to freestyle, what do you crave? So the second thing was in relationships and society, we asked you to say what you're grateful for and the reasons why, because feelings are magnetic and what you focus on expands. And then the third thing that we asked you to do was, which is what you guys are doing right now, is in your relationships and society, what are you dissatisfied with and why are you so dissatisfied with it? So those are what we asked you to do. And then I'm going to cut you off there. We don't want to focus too much on the bad stuff. I never said the bad shit, but my mom is watching. I know she's watching, and I'm a good girl. Right, Mom? She's not even writing me in the comments. Okay, so now relationships and society. Let's just free flow how you want to feel. Just a few seconds of what you really, really want to feel. Is it connection? Is it more cuddle time? What is it? Is it more really good conversation? Is it more unity? Is it, what is it? What are you creating? So anyways, I'm going to cut you off there, everybody. And through the day, you kind of will see patterns in how you want to feel. And then it's really clear at the end. It's kind of like, I don't know if you remember those pictures from the 90s. They were really tacky. They sold them at the IT store. Do you guys know what I mean? Like you stare at them for long enough and they're just like a big blur and then eventually the picture comes out. That's kind of what a day at the retreat is. You're like, I don't know, I want to feel all kinds of good things. But then at the end of the day, it's like, okay, this is what I need. Yeah. So, yeah. So in closing, I'm just going to read a beautiful poem by Danielle LaPorte, and it's really about why your desire mapping. So it's called Remember Your Light. You are desire mapping to remember your light, your true nature, your source, the life source that connects us all. To know your heart's longing, your core desired feelings. To use your preferred feelings as a guidance system for making choices and for being more present and alive. To help you use your desired feelings as a way to access comfort and clarity during painful times. To use your desired feelings as creative fuel to make great things happen in your life that will radiate out into the world. To accentuate the positive aspects of your life while still honoring and not invalidating the negative parts that you wish to change. To use your feelings as road signs to your soul. She's beautiful.
Thank you for sharing.
No problem.
And for those who are joining us who really love this experience, how can they join your retreats? And I know that you have 2 coming up that are level 1 and 1 that's level 2.
Yes. So January is a big month.
Yes.
But it's actually, we're collaborating on the level 2,
Yes.
which will be fun. So
Super excited for that.
most of you probably know, but if any of my customers are watching, we will do a little recap on you.
Yeah.
She's like Tony Robbins training, like she's a life coach with lots of certifications. So I'm the touchy-feely side. Like, okay, the ambiance is good, the music is good. We're figuring out our feelings, our flowiness. She is the girl that gets us with our concrete how to do it. So she's going to be in level 2 at the retreat. So the level 2 is open for everybody who's done level 1. The cost is $130, so very cheap. So that's happening January 28th. But I know most of the audience today is probably looking for level 1, which is figuring out how you want to feel.
Yes.
And so I have 2 dates coming up. One is January 7th. So very soon. What a way to ring in the new year.
Yes, get your tickets now.
Yes, I'll put the link in the comments below after we're done here.
Perfect.
And you guys can get your ticket. And then I also have one, if the 7th is too soon, I have one on the 27th of January. There's still a few tickets left for that one. So yeah, I'll put both of the links below, and that's how you find me. And I would love it if you could help me get out of my corporate job, get me out of working late nights in the cold.
Yes.
So if you want to follow me on my page, The Goddess Gathering, I would so appreciate that. If there's anybody in your life that is the type of person who could benefit from what I'm doing, please share my page. I would so appreciate that.
And tag anyone who you feel would love this experience, that mini experience that you guys just had. Tag people, say what you enjoyed about it. Let us know if you're watching the replay. You can hashtag replay if you're watching the replay and tell us what you loved about it, how you're feeling. If you have any questions, we'll be sure to keep an eye on this live for the next week and comment back to you guys. So I really encourage you guys to do Desire Map Level 1, so that they can really get into it so you can get that self-care day that you totally deserve. Like, I want to do this once a week. Like, it was amazing. People need to have this amount of space and openness in their life to really fill themselves up so you can give that overflow. So it's not selfish to take a full day for yourself, or even an hour if you're just doing an hour of self-care, and an hour of self-care is a big step for you. It's beneficial because you cannot help people when you're run down and exhausted, because that leads to disease. Like, when you're that tired and run down and exhausted, you're not helping anyone else. Like in the airport when they're like, you have to put your own oxygen mask on before you put anyone else's, you have to be okay yourself so that you can serve from other people. And I always love to support and encourage my people to get there, and sometimes it takes a while for them to move from where they're at to doing it for themselves. So if you're at that beginning stage, do it for your kids. Do it for the people in your life that you're like, oh, I don't want to take an hour or a day away from them, because they're going to see that light in you. You're going to teach your kids that it's important for them to take an hour of self-care for themselves. That mommy does it, so that's why I do it too. And you're going to instill all these amazing habits and traits into their lives at a young age for doing it yourself. Because they're going to eat their vegetables because you're eating your vegetables, not because you're telling them to do it and you're not actually doing it yourself. Yeah. So you lead by example, and it's a great way to start with Desire Map Level 1. And if you want to join us both at the end of January, definitely get Desire Map Level 1 done so you can join us for Level 2. So you can get that action plan for your goals of soul and make sure that 2018 truly will be your best year yet, and ensure that you have everything you need, your action steps to go forward and conquer your life.
I love that word. Conquer.
Yes.
Maybe that's my 2018 word.
Maybe. Woo!
Love it. Conquer.
Awesome. So I love that you're going to put in the comments how they can get in touch with you. And I encourage you guys to also go to my page to see any upcoming workshops, and we'll be sure to post about all the cool things that we're doing in the future as well. So there's some workshops coming up if you want to live your happiest life now, or if you want to let go of your stress and worry with me. It'll be in my new office space. You can also come and check out Sequoia downtown on 114 Highfield. We're also going to do an open house. So me and the other wellness practitioners are going to help you start your 2018 year off right. And we're doing an open house this coming Saturday. So I encourage you to join us for that as well, because there's lots of cool prizes. There's door prizes. There's exclusive savings that you can get for showing up live. And I'm also including all the people who would like in the online world. You'll get a chance in the grand prize. And the grand prize is a big package with me, so you can commit to moving forward in your life. So it's 5 full sessions that are totally free by winning this. So you'll get your desired life package, which supports you in moving forward in your dreams and your goals. So you can also go to the event to check out more details on how you can engage and ensure that you get entered to win that. So I encourage you guys to continue making the Love and Light Show a habit for you in 2018 and to mark it on your calendars. So it's Monday at 12 Atlantic, so that's 11 Eastern. And I hope that you guys have a fabulous 2018. Thank you all for joining, and thank you for being our special guest today. You're welcome. So I'll see you guys next week. Bye for now.